are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Throwing first play is Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And some room to maneuver.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there for LA. 47 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. But when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Well, yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Stiff-armed him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
The Chargers in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44, Herbert. They'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Slot man moves right.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. 7-7, our score after 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Johnson goes in motion left.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Hunt. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
To throw is Fields.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Herbert now.
Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. A give, Eckler running to the right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Sander Horvath. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake, now Fields to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Kareem Hunt, touchdown Dolphins. Kareem Hunt, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14.
Another day done. Bring it home, boys. We got this.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. Their own 45-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Punch it in with Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's Eckler again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
On play action, Fields. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Complete to Deontay Johnson. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Off play action, Fields.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
2nd and 10, Fields again.
And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Again, Fields.
Going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
46 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A nightmare of a 1st half for them. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Looking to throw on second down.
Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Fields now to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 65 yards rushing for him so far this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Fields on first down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Handoff up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch, made on the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And
to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 24.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chargers 24.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third.
He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown. Keenan Allen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Chargers get a bit closer.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And now here's another interception.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17.
Here's Fields.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Hayden Hurst. 32 yards.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built on the efforts of this defense.
Allen's got it over the middle.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run there, 8 yards. Gets them much closer to the end zone with 4th and goal looming.
Or if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
That's another Chargers touchdown.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit for defense and make sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the...
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll run with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year.